We are doing our T.M.T 30, which is our timeless movers Tabata style. All right, we're gonna take it side to side, just little steps. Here's our active recovery. Turn and face your chair. You're gonna tap just next to it. So here's option 1. Here's option 2. Here's option 3. Whew. I'll tell you what, I feel this everywhere. We're almost there, keep going. Ooh. Side to side is our active recovery every time. Side to side. Now maybe yours is here, whichever. Stepping out, jacks, hands are up. Yes. Now as your elbows are coming back, try to pull those shoulder blades toward your spine. So you're pulling here as you're stepping out. Keep the chest nice and open. We're going to work those postural muscles. Yes. Now keeping that core in. Breathe. Side to side. Here's that active recovery. How's our heart rate? Now remember, anytime your hands are above your head, the heart rate goes up. Take it to your jog. Now maybe your jog is here. Maybe you have a sassy jog. Whatever that looks like for you. Jog. Yes. Now remember, we're moving the arms. The core is nice and tight. We're breathing. Now I might be not dancing to your music that you have on, but I'm trying. All right, side to side, active recovery. Move the arms, open the chest. Now if the arms are too much, heart rate is too high, put the arms here. We're back into our chair taps. Option 1, option 2, option 3. Gotta smile. What are you doing this 4th of July? Are you having a choose your own adventure barbecue in your backyard? Do you still do sparklers and all that? Whew, gotta breathe. Keep going. Side to side. Remember your options. Maybe it's good to be right here right now. Maybe you're able to be here. As long as you have happiness in your heart. Pressing out, jacks. Now remember, if your heart rate feels too high, bring the hands down. We're also opening the chest, so if your arms are up in the air, make sure that you're opening the shoulders to those goalpost positions. You're gonna feel it in your bicep. You're gonna feel it in those shoulders. Yes, we got this. Whew. Oh, keep going. No timer yet. 4, I think. I'm feeling it. 3, maybe? 2. Side to side. Little bit of bounce. I'm going to move my chair to the front just in case. From here, we're going to reach over and do a star and center. Star. Now really think about growing long from the center of the body out both directions. So remember, we talked about levers. Your arms and your legs are your levers, and we're going to work them as long as we can. So you're reaching out long in both directions. Your stabilizer muscles are having to fire to keep us from toppling over almost there. I can feel it in my glutes as well. My abductors, side to side. I was able to do it without having to use my chair. So I have faith in my jog that the next time I can do it without a chair also. We're jogging. Bring the knees up higher. I'm gonna change this in 4, 3, show me fast feet. Yes. Faster. You got it. Yes. Ha. I know our side to sides are coming. Here they are. Side to side. Here's our rest. I'm gonna face the chair. Chair taps. Choose the one you dislike the most. The one you find most challenging. If you're choosing the one on the ground, consider rotating that knee outward and maybe adding a little lift. So you're working the inner thigh. It's all about options. If you notice I'm making like a little circle with that hip, bring that foot up on top from the side. So it's here, here, yes. Whoop. My stabilizer muscles almost didn't catch me that time. Side to side.
Rest.
You know what comes next? Jacks. I hope you have good music on. Here we go. Jacks to goalposts. Now think about having soft knees. So when that foot comes in, both knees are nice and soft. Yes. And those shoulders are hugging the spine. These cheeks are smiling. Maybe these ones too. Pretend like you're pulling something down off the shelf and it's really heavy. It's attached. It got stuck to the ceiling. We're having to pull it down. Back to the side sides.
Rest.
We have our stars. Long levers, reaching long in both directions. Balance, core tight. Let's lean.
Work.
And other side. Yes. Woo, going over. I have to think about those core muscles. It's that mind-body connection. Reach. Oh, thankful I had the chair. Reaching long. Push from the hip through the knee. That knee as straight as you can make it. Biceps are close to the ears. Ooh, I can feel it. I hope you can too. I'm sure you can. Side to side. Feel my shoulders too. From here we have knee pulls, pulling in. Same thing, that soft knee approach. So when you're landing, it's like you're stepping on something precious. You don't want to break it. You don't want to slomp down on it. Slomp, is that even a word? Stomp down is what I meant to say. You want to be gentle and soft, like quiet feet. Remember step? When I teach step, I would tell everybody, have quiet feet. I should not hear you coming up and down off that riser. Working those obliques. Got our cardio on today. Who does this exercise outside? Do you? Who get it early in the morning, side to side. For sure. Okay, guess what? Back at the top. We're at our high knee march. Then we're going to switch to fast feet midway. You're bring those knees straight up towards the chest. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, fast feet. Come on. We're in a hurry. Go. turn and face the chair. I'm gonna turn my chair just a little bit so you can see what I mean about that inner hip action, stepping up and in. You don't have to move fast. In fact, the slower you move, the more you connect, as long as you're moving. As long as you connect to the movement, the more you connect to the movement, the more you're gonna feel, especially in those inner thighs, you're getting that synovial fluid in your hip. Regardless if you're here, because you're rotating the hip outward now. Or here, and that's moving the hip. Our hips are meant to move in all kinds of beautiful directions. But if we don't make them, they won't. Side to side.
Rest.
All right, do you remember where we're going next? That's right, Jack World. Here we go. Soft feet. Soft landing. Knees bent. Pressing up. And we're pulling down, pulling the shoulder blades towards the spine. Feel your biceps. Ava calls those the bumpity bumps. Feel your bumpity bumps. Getting stronger. Are you sweating? I'm sweating enough for both of us. So I don't know if you can hear my music though. Side to side. Guess what? We have our balance one. Reaching long. Here we go. Ooh. Keeping it nice and tight so you have that balance. Now your foot is really working. Think about what your foot is doing. Do you feel it kind of wavering? Trying to make those adjustments to keep you balanced as you're shifting your weight over it. Those are those smaller muscles that we talk about in the feet. Important muscles. Whoa! Your brain is an important muscle too, Angela. Maybe you should think about what you're doing. I know. Side to side. I have to give myself a self-talk on.
Rest.
All right, we have our knees from the side. Here we go. Pull. Pull, soft landing. Pulling the knee towards the shoulder so you're working your obliques. Crunching at the sides. Guess what? We're almost done with our cardio. That's pretty exciting. That means we move into weights next. Sometimes I go on a vacation in my head with the music that's on. So right now, I'm in like Cancun somewhere, maybe Cabo. Side to side, you're going to grab your weights. I'm gonna grab my chair and my weights. Here's my weights. Oh. All right, weights by your side. We're sitting down. We stand up. Shoulder roll. Sit down. Up. Can you see your toes the entire time? I hope so. I'm excited to say this now becomes your new recovery. I know, feels like a recovery, right? These muscles, so important. So, with that being said, what that means is we not only get to do this for our work portion this time, but keep going, it's your rest portion. I know, I saw you roll your eyes. This time we sit all the way down. Elbows bend, lift up. Now our elbows lead the way. They're bent in an L shape. Core is tight, shoulders pull back. We're smiling. Oh, keep going. Remember, we punctuate the top of that movement, so no swinging. We're sitting at the edge of the chair. We're not leaning back. It's like we're in a nail biter movie watching. Ooh, what's gonna happen next? You're at the very edge of your seat. You know, I think Titanic, no, Pearl Harbor was like that for me. Lean forward, stand up, and down. One more, stand up, and down. Arms out to the side, long this time. Rotate thumbs to the front. Thumbs go to the ceiling, and then front. Ceiling, and front. Keep rotating. Make sure that we're not over-rotating. So you should never have like your pinkies or your palms heading up towards the ceiling. Just thumbs to the top and thumbs to the front. Oh! My weights are weighing like 500 pounds right now. Hands down by your side, lean forward, stand up. Keeping your core tight, sit down. Lean forward, come up. Sit down, edge of the seat, lean back. Elbows are wide. So I'm leaning back in the chair, elbows wide, weights are at the chest, and you press up and pull down. Press up. Notice the elbows go out to the side. You have to keep your core nice and active to support the lower back. Pushing up. Are you breathing? Exhale as those weights are going up. Hold here, bring the body weight forward. Ugh. Hands down by your side. Standing up. And down. Bring yourself back. From here, we curl up. Arms reach up. Top shelf. Roll back. Roll up. Top shelf. Roll back. Roll up. Ribs and hips connect. Reach up, top shelf. No halos, so those weights are not above your head. Meaning, if they should fall out of your hand, they might hit your knees, but not your head. And roll up. Remember to breathe. So you're going to inhale here and exhale on the way up. Press. Round. Hands come down by your side. Stand up. Slowly sit down. Elbows bend. Chicken wings. Now keep those shoulders pulled back, opening the chest. L shape in the arms, punctuate the movement, smile, and breathe. I don't ask for much, right? Just all of it. Exhale because you're worth it. Inhale. Exhale. Up. Keep going. Oh, for the love of glisten. I'm glistening. Hands down by your side. Body weight shifts forward. Slowly we rise. Shoulders roll. Sit back. Hands out to the side. Thumbs. Yes. Oh, I would love to know what music you used in your playlist today, or when you replay this exercise. I'd also love to know where you feel it the next day. Is it in the shoulders? Is it in the abs? Is it in the shoulder blade area between the shoulders and your spine? That's your rhomboids. Maybe you feel in your hips and the outsides of your hips near your booty. I want to know. Hold here, lower down, body weight shifts forward. Stand up.
Rest.
Shoulders roll. Sit back. Lean back. Bring the weights in. Elbows wide. Press up. Elbows wide. And press. So this is like a 2-for-1 deal because not only you're getting muscle strength, but you're increasing that synovial fluid in your elbows. So sometimes we get that tricky elbow, you know, the one that likes to get sticky and just doesn't want to move. The stubborn one. Mine is my left one. They say that's my tennis elbow. Girl, I'm right-handed. When I play tennis, I'm my left hand. But that's what we're gonna call it. Anyway, the movement here is what's helping it stay lubricated so that way there's more movement, more range of motion. It's all good. Elbows in, Hands down, body weight comes forward, stand up. And down, we have that combo platter movement, weights forward on the chest, round the spine down. Round the spine, so ribs fund the hips, and then you reach up to the top shelf. Roll down. Up, and then reach. Now remember, it's up to you to contract the core like you're sneezing. So ribs to hips, round the spine. Ooh, I got a cramp, and then reach up. Ooh, did I contract my core or what? Round and lift. And down. Round. It's only after you restack the shoulders that you extend the arms, bring them in, round the spine. So 4 distinct movements. Hold here, hands come down by your side. Stand up, slow. Ooh. And down. Bring the weights. Lean back. Arms up. We open. Beautiful butterfly. Exhale, squeeze those chest muscles. So there's a slight bend in the elbow. It's not completely straight, right? We don't want to put extra pressure on the joint. So we want to protect it, keeping them slightly bent. We'll do that. And I want you to think about, okay, in my mind, I go to Judy Blume. And I forget which book it is that she wrote. But I remember being in the bathroom in my elementary school reading it. And they were talking about the exercises they would do for we must increase the bust. Well, now I'm just trying to keep my bust up from off the ground. But this exercise will help. Bend the elbows, roll the spine, lift the toes, come on up. And down. Elbows bend, back to the top. Lift and down. So your chest muscles are your pectoralis major. And you need to work those as well as your back because you need to have muscle balance, right? Those are your pushing muscles. Your back is your pulling muscles. We just now started planting plants, so we're learning how to pull weeds. I know. Sometimes I think the weeds are pretty, so we're just gonna leave them alone. Just joking. Maybe. We do have a gardener, though. I think they're just more like glorified lawnmower people, though, because that's pretty much all they do. Lean forward, lift the toes, come on up. Sinking down slow. Hands come out to the side. We have thumb work. Thumb work. Remember, no over-rotating the hand. Palms don't go to the ceiling. Thumbs go up to the ceiling, and then thumbs go forward, not the palms. Shoulders are pulled back. We have a happy chest, so we're not here. We have a sassy tiny hiney. So think about pushing your tailbone back behind you. Proud to the chest. Belly button's pulled in. You're breathing. Ooh, my shoulders are getting warm. Ugh. All right, hands come in and down. Lean forward. Toes are up. My toes are happy toes. Lift up, meaning all the weight is in my heels. Sinking down. Bring the weights to the chest. Lean back. Lift up. Elbows wide. Now, I like to look down at my toes because my chair isn't tall enough where I can lean my head back. And I don't want to put any extra pressure on my neck. So I look down at my knees. That keeps my chin down. And you know what else it does? It makes it so those muscles that connect your shoulder to your ears, right? Those are traps. If you overwork your neck, your traps get really big and triangular-like, and necklaces don't look as appealing. So let's stay sassy, sister. Keep our jewelry where it needs to be. Elbows in, hands down, round the spine. Stand up, curl the toes up towards the ceiling. Sink down, we have our combo platter move. Round the spine back. Round up, ribs connect to hips, shoulders stack on top of hips, arms extend to the top shelf. Down. Up. Reach. Remember, it's up to you to keep that core nice and tight. So think about, I don't know, like for me, I think about a corset. What was I last for Halloween? Ironically, I was steampunk, which is like post-apocalyptic. Anyway, my costume had a corset. And I think of how tight that was. Elbows in, that'll teach you to keep your stomach pulled in tight, shoulders pull back. Come up. Sinking down. Hands roll back and hold, arms reach up. All right, Judy Bloom. I think that's what I'm going to rename this exercise. This is going to be my Judy Bloom. All right, you gotta breathe. Soft elbows. And I want you to think about that stretch feeling here and then the contraction across the chest, the tightening of the muscles across the chest as those hands come up. Right above the nipple line. So we're not coming up at halo, we're not going down to belly button, right near the chest. So if I drew a line, it would be straight on. Elbows in, hands down, round the spine.
Rest.
We stand up. And we sink down. We've got one more to do. Remember our L's here? And we're alternate. Thumbs facing the center. Now we're gonna add a knee lift. So my right hand is up, my left knee comes up. Left hand, right knee. Try to keep the shoulders stacked on top of your hips. Think about those long levers that we talked about at the beginning. A proud chest, a sassy rear end. Corsets are on. I know. Hold here, toes come up. We lift up.
Rest.
Lower down. We've got one more time through. Just joking. Just that one.
1.
This one's hard enough, right? I can feel it in my quadricep, in my shoulders, in my lower abs, in my back, in my facial cheeks because I'm smiling to be with you. After this, we just have 2 more exercises to do. Hold here, weights by our side. Curl the toes upward and come up. We're gonna get rid of our weights, but keep the chair. All right, move my chair over here. Left foot forward, right foot is back, lowering down. You're gonna step back and then step forward. Left foot forward, lower down, and step back. Forward, lower down, up, and now push back. You have a little bit of hang time, right? You're pushing, balance, rocking back. This hand is really helping me with that action. Honestly, I'm pretty certain I would fall over. I need to be more mindful of my balance. Switching side. This morning I taught a bar class, and if you've been with me in Georgia, it was kind of like infusion yoga meets dance. It's pretty fun. But my balance, heel up, lower down, and press back. Step forward, down, and press. Push back. Find that beautiful hang time. So down, up, push. Down, push. We get to do this one more time on each side, so get excited. But give me your all because it's just a few more seconds of this one, right? We can do anything for just a few seconds. Good job switching sides.
Rest.
Okay. And lower down. And press back. And forward. And back. You are doing so good. I love how the back heel is up nice and high as you're rocking your body weight back and finding that hang time with the left leg up in the air. Again, working balance and strength. This last one, since we have only one more on each side, right? So this last set, at the end, we're gonna hold it. I know. just when you thought it was safe to come out of the water. Or go into the water, that's the jaws thing, right? Down.
Rest.
From here, hold, push the hips forward, shoulders pull back. We're gonna stay right here. All we're going to do is extend that back knee. And then bend again. Extend. Notice the front knee isn't going beyond the toes. My back heel, I don't know if you can see it, is kind of dropping slightly towards the ground. All right, funny thing. When I lived in the Bay Area, we had a pool. And I was an only child. And this pool had a pool cover. I was about 8 maybe. Anyway, I decided, Jaws, maybe I was older, but anyways, Jaws lived in that pool. I refused to go in it. We had big pine trees. I refused to go in that pool after I saw that movie.
Rest.
I was convinced. Switch sides. We have one more on this side, right? Right foot forward, left heel up, down,
1.
and then we rock back, hang time. Step forward, down, rock back, hang time. I feel like I'm stepping on something, but there's nothing there. Maybe it's Jaws, I don't know. Hold. So yes, the shadows, even though I, in my head, knew Jaws could not live in the chlorine, but he was a pretty bad mamma jamma. I mean, I've been to Universal. He was pretty scary. Now, I understand that Universal Studios has reopened. I also understand that the Jaws exhibit is now gone, but I don't know, and I'm not going to get to find out. Lower down. We hold, tucking the hip forward, extending out that back leg just slightly. We come forward, front knee doesn't go beyond the toes. Here we go. And back. Ooh, I feel this. How about you? But we can do it. We're almost there. We're in the home stretch, pun intended, because we're moving into stretches next. And back. And press. And back. Oh. And press. Woo! Stepping up. Oh, man.
Tabata complete.
Tabata is complete. Roll through your toes. Nice. Keeping the chair handy. I'm going to turn my chair, and I'm going to turn and face my chair. Apparently, language is not my thing today. Stepping forward with my left foot. Right hip presses into the chair. Now, if you are super flexy, and you've got your hip attached, consider grabbing the ankle, and you're trying to pull your heel kind of to the outside of the butt cheek. Again, don't twerk the knee. Well, twerking is just bad altogether, but definitely don't hurt your knee. So if it doesn't go there, don't worry about it. What you want is that long line from the knee through the hip and out the shoulder. And we drop it down. Step back gently. Bring your foot up to the chair. Toes up. Tailbone is sassy. Shoulders reach forward. Chest actually leads the way, right? Ugh. And we hold and we breathe and you feel that lovely stretch. Now, if your toe falls out to the side, you're not going to feel the stretch as much. So if you're sitting here going, Angela, I don't feel anything, fix your toe.
1.
And then fix your butt. And lead with your chest and pull your shoulder blades, those rhomboids between the shoulder blades and your spine. Pull it nice and tight so it's like a proud superhero chest. Yes. Bend the knee. Set it down. Both knees bend. Now that right leg was on the chair, so my left hand crosses over. My right arm reaches up. And I stretch, open the chest. We're not even worried about the timer. Time is just a construct. Did you read Einstein's book on time? Hand comes to the hip, and we come up, gentle, gentle,
Rest.
switching sides. I gotta remember which one I just did. All right, opposite knee on, stepping forward, left hip presses into the chair. Again, if right here is where you need to be, then stay there. Make sure your knee is at the edge of the chair, not up close, okay? Leaning it back. If you don't feel enough stretch there, then consider reaching back for the ankle. Maybe just the pant leg. And we hold and we breathe. And release. We step back. Taking that foot onto the chair. Toes straight up to the ceiling.
Right.
Tiny hiney pops backward, chest leads the way. And I guess the ambitious goal is to reach for the chair. But if that means when you touch the chair, you find that you're here, like you've made a cute candy cane, I don't want candy cane. I don't want sweet. I want sour. I want sassy. So pop the tailbone out, shoulders pull back. We have a long neck like a turtle popping out of the shell. And we're breathing. If that means you're here, as long as that tailbone is popped up and you're sending this hip back, right? I know, so many directions. Bossy, aren't I? Sending this hip back, you're going to get a beautiful stretch, which is the goal. The goal is not to put your nose on your knees. The goal is to have a long line from your butt all the way to your heel and those toes going straight up at noon. Bend the knee. Step back. That was my left leg. So my right arm is going to cross over, both knees bend, and my left arm reaches. Stretch, stretch, stretch.
Work.
And now bring this hand back like a teapot. And come on up. Take those arms. Inhale, arms rotate back. So we're going to open the chest. Away from the wall. Inhale, arms rotate back. And we open the chest and hold this one. Allow the arms to fall back. Now just rotate the thumbs downward. And continue to push. Bring those hands forward so your fingertips get to mesh together. And round the spine. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale down. And we are done. Looking good. Of course, not as good looking as you are. That's for sure.